Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you to discuss the critical topic of raising AI literacy. Next, my name is Deborah Sykes, and I have the wonderful pleasure of serving as the Training and Documentation Specialist for GTA. Um, Today, we'll be delving into the realm of artificial intelligence. You've heard Nikhil and Mary come before me, and they touched on various aspects. But what we'll do in this discussion is kind of talk about how it's impacting our lives or how it impacts our lives and how we do business in the public sector. So, again, thank you for joining me as we explore this very important subject matter. Next. All right, so you're likely aware that AI isn't a recent addition to the technological landscape. It's been integrated into various aspects of our lives for quite some time now. Chances are you've encountered AI in some form during your daily routines, even if you weren't consciously aware of it. But let's pause for a moment and reflect. Have you ever considered why government agencies should embrace AI? So let's hold on that slide for a second. Imagine this. One of the main reasons government agencies are jumping on the AI bandwagon is because it's a game changer for boosting efficiency and saving money. AI can tackle those repetitive tasks that consume valuable time, streamline processes to make everything run smoother, and help allocate resources more effectively. So picture AI as your ultimate efficiency wingman, making government operations leaner and meaner while cutting costs. It's like having a supercharged assistant who knows how to make every dollar count. And Nikhil kind of gave some examples, but consider data entry and processing, for instance. Government agencies often handle vast amounts of data, as we all know, such as citizen information, financial records, or administrative documents. Manually inputting and processing this data can be time consuming and prone to errors. AI powered automation, however, can streamline this process by extracting relevant information from documents, digitizing data, and entering into the databases automatically. So, this not only saves time, but also significantly reduces the risk of errors associated with manual data entry. Consequently, government agencies can allocate resources more efficiently, enhance data accuracy, and concentrate on higher value tasks. Next slide. AI enables government agencies to quickly and precisely analyze extensive data sets, providing invaluable insights to bolster decision making in various domains, such as public policy, healthcare, law enforcement, and transportation. For instance, in transportation, AI can optimize traffic flow by analyzing real time traffic data, predicting congestion patterns, and recommending efficient routes for vehicles. Moreover, AI-driven predictive maintenance systems takes a proactive stance in identifying potential issues with transportation infrastructure. So by doing so, they avert escalations, ensure timely repairs, and minimize disruptions. Next slide. AI powered applications have the potential to revolutionize the delivery of public services by offering personalized interactions tailored to individual needs. For instance, in the healthcare sector, AI chatbots can provide personalized health advice and support based on individuals' medical history and symptoms, schedule appointments, remind patients about medications, and answer healthcare related queries. These advancements in AI driven applications not only enhance the overall healthcare experience, for citizens, but also significantly reduce the administrative burden on healthcare providers. The use of predictive analytics and proactive interventions further increases citizen satisfaction and engagement with government services, marking a significant step forward, improve public services. Next slide. AI provides government agencies with advanced tools to identify and manage risk more effectively, spanning cybersecurity, disaster response, and public safety domains. By harnessing AI-powered algorithms, agencies can analyze vast data sets to detect patterns and anomalies, thereby mitigating security breaches and enhancing emergency response measures with greater precision. Next slide. AI has the potential to enhance transparency and accountability within government decision-making processes by revealing algorithmic decisions, facilitating audits, and advocating for fairness and consistency in policy implementation. Initiatives such as the Partnership of AI, also referred to as PAI, which involves industry leaders, academics, and nonprofit organizations, are all examples of global collaboration. PAI aims to ensure that AI technologies are developed and used responsibly. Moreover, platforms like the AI Ethics Global Network, also referred to as AIEGN, fosters international dialogue and cooperation on ethical AI principles and guidelines. These collaborative efforts are instrumental in establishing common standards and practices for transparent and accountable AI governance, providing a reassuring framework for its responsible uses across borders. Next. As quoted, AI has the power to transform government from a reactive institution to a proactive force for positive change, anticipating citizen needs, optimizing resource allocation, and fostering inclusive growth. This underscores the transformative potential of AI in reshaping government operations for the betterment of society. Next slide. Government agencies around the world are increasingly recognizing the importance of incorporating artificial intelligence, AI, into their operations. Training for AI within government agencies typically involves several key components. Next slide. The first being education and awareness. As government agencies dive into the world of AI, they often kick off their journey with educational initiatives. Workshops, seminars, and online courses are just a few ways they ensure their teams understand the ins and outs of AI and how it impacts their roles. But learning doesn't stop there. Many agencies recognize the power of collaboration in advancing their AI goals. They team up with the academic institutions, research organizations, and private companies to tap into expertise and resources, whether it's through joint research projects, tech transfer agreements, or sharing data and infrastructure. Now, let's talk about data. Since AI relies heavily on it, agencies must have solid data management practices in place. It's all about ensuring data quality, security, and privacy. This means setting standards, implementing governance frameworks, and laying out protocols for sharing and collaboration. Next slide. Government agencies often roll out training initiatives to get up to speed with AI. And these programs cover everything from learning programming languages like Python to diving deep into machine learning, natural language processing, computer vision, and other AI specialties. But It's not just about tech skills. Agencies also need to tackle the ethical and regulatory side of AI. That means addressing algorithmic bias, transparency, accountability, and fairness. Training programs dive into these topics, covering ethical AI principles and guidelines, and ensuring compliance and relevant regulations. Now, let's get practical. Agencies identify specific areas where AI can supercharge their operations. Think predictive analytics for law enforcement, natural language processing for customer service, or image recognition for satellite imagery analysis. Training focuses on developing and implementing AI solutions for these real world scenarios, covering everything from project management to engaging stakeholders and managing change. Next slide. Let's talk about testing and evaluation. Government agencies have a really big job when it comes to AI. They must ensure these systems are top notch before putting them to work. So you may be thinking, how? Well, they run AI algorithms through the ringer, testing them against standard data sets, simulating scenarios, and even trying them out in pilot projects to see how they perform in real world situations. But it doesn't stop there. With AI always evolving, agencies need to keep up. That means staying in the loop with the latest research and tech developments, diving into professional development opportunities, and tweaking training programs to keep things fresh with new insights and best practices. It's all about the staying ahead of the curve in the world of AI. Next slide. So, in wrapping up this section, AI in government agencies is a bit of a mixed bag, as I like to say. You've got to beef up those tech skills, navigate through organizational changes, and dive into the ethical side of things to really make AI work its magic. It's all about tapping into AI's potential, dodging any risks that come with it, and making sure everyone's held accountable. As stated by Mr. Lee, and chairman and CEO of Sinovation Ventures, governments that fail to invest in AI risk falling behind the global race for innovation and competitiveness. It is time to prioritize AI research, talent development, and infrastructure to ensure a prosperous future for all. Next slide. So you may be a little curious about Georgia Technology Authority, about what we're doing in the realm of AI in Georgia. So let me take a few moments and explain. GTA is all about ensuring that AI is used responsibly and ethically in our state government. We're leading the charge on AI policy, ensuring transparency, fairness, and accountability across Georgia. Next slide. This will be achieved through GTA's continuous evaluation and collaboration with state agencies. GTA strives to safeguard against biases, mitigate risk, and promote the development of AI solutions that enhance Georgians' well being. By fostering a culture of responsible AI governance, the program aims to establish Georgia as a model for ethical AI practices. Next slide. So, in support of our mission, the team has formulated guiding principles to ensure the protection of Georgians through the implementation of responsible automated systems. Next. So when state agencies procure or develop automated systems, it is essential to prioritize user research. Centering on the human aspect is vital in service design. Collecting feedback and insights from user groups various stakeholders, and domain experts is crucial for identifying concerns, risk, and potential impacts linked to the system. Next. Before deploying automated systems, it's crucial to conduct comprehensive user testing to pinpoint potential risks and assess intended functionality. Hence, we believe in advocating for agencies to adopt strategies for risk identification and mitigation, addressing any unintended consequences proactively. Regarding ongoing monitoring and improvement, it is vital to continuously monitor the system to ensure it functions as planned, promptly addressing any deviations. Regular evaluations on system performance, ethical compliance, and impact on outcome should be conducted with corrective actions taken as needed. Next. State agencies should and are encouraged to adopt ethical AI principles to promote ethical and equitable AI practices. Again, emphasizing fairness, transparency, accountability, and privacy in the design and deployment of AI systems for the state services. Establishing clear ethical guidelines for AI system development and deployment is essential to ensure users comprehend decision-making processes, fostering trust. Assigning individuals or teams to monitor AI systems for bias and taking prompt corrective action, again, is always going to be important. So we want to make sure we have well-defined accountability mechanisms to ensure timely resolution of bias-related issues. Next. So now we'll discuss data governance and privacy. We urge agencies to establish a very robust data governance framework comprising transparent guidelines to uphold integrity and privacy. And we stress the importance of implementing rigorous security measures and transparent procedures regarding security and data handling. Additionally, prioritize data accuracy, minimize storage, and dispose of outdated data. Lastly, ensure compliance with data protection laws, conduct regular audits, and involve the public in decision-making processes. Next. So when we talk about transparent AI usage, we want to ensure transparent AI usage and what it means. It means ensuring that individuals are well informed about how automated systems operate and understand their impact on outcomes. To facilitate this, designers, developers, and deployers should all provide easily accessible plain language documentation outlining system functionality, ownership, and expected outcomes. Additionally, it's crucial that automated systems offer meaningful explanation to affected individuals, operators, and stakeholders, tailored to the level of risk involved. So speaking of transparency, Nikhil mentioned earlier that GTA has made significant strides by adding an artificial intelligence page to our website. Here, you can review policies and standards, including the Enterprise AI Responsible Use Policy and AI Responsible Use Standards. Additionally, you'll find a glossary of AI terms and links to GTA's guiding principles for AI. Next. It's essential to underscore that implementation in government isn't about the AI implementation in government is not about replacing human involvement at all. Rather, it's about prioritizing human-centric AI. State agencies must establish and adhere to policies that underscore human responsibility and ownership of AI-generated outcomes in state services. AI systems should not operate in isolation. Humans should retain control over their operation, with human decision makers ultimately accountable for decisions supported by AI. To give an example, in the Department of Revenue, human AI collaboration can occur in tax compliance and auditing processes. For instance, AI algorithms can analyze large volumes of financial data to identify potential discrepancies, anomalies, or instances of tax evasion. These algorithms can flag suspicious transactions or patterns for further investigation by human tax auditors. Human auditors then review the flagged cases, conduct in depth examinations, and make determinations based on their expertise or judgment. The AI system assists auditors by automating the initial screening process and highlighting areas of potential concern, allowing human auditors to focus their efforts more efficiently and effectively. Also, the promotion of user education is vital to ensure individuals comprehend both the capabilities and limitations of AI technologies. Users should understand how AI contributes to the outcomes, with humans retaining responsibility for those outcomes. So, by investing in training programs, staff can acquire the necessary skills to effectively utilize AI systems and make informed decisions, thereby fostering responsible AI use. Lastly, state agencies should retain ownership and control over the data used to train AI models and the models themselves. This ownership ensures that AI systems align with the agency's mission and values. Next. So, as we consider how to protect Georgians with responsible AI systems, our focus is drawn to several key aspects, many of which we've already covered. Next. However, ethical AI, data governance, clear data guidelines, human AI collaboration, and data accuracy and retention all rank high when it comes to safeguarding Georgians. From my perspective, as a training and documentation specialist at GTA, it begins with user education with a keen focus on the purpose, best use practices, and governance of AI. So this brings us to the Georgia AI Literacy Certification Program, which is currently in development and will offer comprehensive training on generative AI. The literacy program will offer two core learning paths. The first being generative AI for everyone. And this program will basically cover the AI basics and principles suitable for all employees from entry level to executives. The second learning path, generative AI for leaders, is strategically advanced path designed to inspire and empower our executives. It provides advanced strategy topics designed for completion after the generative AI for everyone certification, or I should say learning path. Also, we have an innovation lab, and Nikhil spoke briefly on it earlier. The innovation lab is designed to complement both learning paths mentioned. The innovation lab will serve as an open, central working hub for hands-on use case development and applying generative AI concepts and advancing AI utilization in the government sector. Next. So, in closing, I'll leave you with a few key takeaways from today's discussion. The first being embracing AI benefits government. So, we've seen how AI can revolutionize government operations. It's not just about efficiency, it's about refining decision making processes and increasing citizen engagement. Imagine what we can achieve with AI on our side. The second key takeaway, The importance of AI training. I can't stress it enough. Training is crucial. And we need to ensure our employees have the skills and knowledge to leverage AI effectively in their roles. It's about empowering our teams to embrace and make the most AI's potential. As mentioned, the Georgia AI Literacy Program coming soon will offer two learning paths: generative AI for everyone and generative AI for executives. Thirdly, responsible AI governance. Here in Georgia, we are committed to ethical and responsible AI governance. We're focusing on ethical and regulatory considerations to ensure safe and equitable AI deployment. It's about doing things right from the start. And lastly, safeguarding Georgians with AI. We're implementing responsible automated systems to protect our citizens. We're also building trust and confidence in AI by mitigating risk, prioritizing transparency, and ensuring accountability. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. With these essential points in mind, let's continue to embrace AI responsibly and pave the way to a brighter future. I would like to thank you for joining me today. My name is Deborah Sykes, Training and Documentation Specialist for GTA. It has been my pleasure.
Thank you, Deborah. We have a few questions for you around the training, especially. Do you have a timeline around when that program might be available to agencies?
Yeah, so in a perfect world, we are forecasted to go live early fall, but that's with both hands, both fingers crossed. So, but we are actively planning for a early fall launch
Okay.
start time frame.
We'll cross our fingers. We'll generate some more fingers from AI, and we'll hopefully get that kicked
Everyone
off.
cross your
Yeah.
fingers. But we are very much excited about the program.
Yes, great. Okay. Can you provide any or an example of maybe some AI software that can assist in improving efficiency or any cost savings, something to get people started if they've never used AI?
Yeah, so one particular software, one example of a software is predictive analytics software, which many people may be aware of, but it ultimately uses AI algorithms to analyze historical data, as well as identify patterns, trends, or correlations that can be used to make predictions about future events or outcomes. So, here in the government sector, we can use predictive analytics to optimize resource allocations, forecast